Sharp calls.
Yeah, in a week of sharp calls, of just a lot of disagreements, it feels like a lot of guys on different sides. There's a handful of games that like we'll talk about right now that a lot of guys were aligned on. I was just shocked at all the split decisions, and that's kind of how it goes when there's a bunch of teams on bye weeks and you're getting so late in the season that people really get staunched on their decisions and their positions they're playing. So the guys last week who hit on the Vikings, they like the Vikings again this week. And they've been taking the 2.5. And when it touched 3, just for a little bit, a lot of books, they grabbed it right away. So that's one of the more split games this week where I felt really good about the lines. We talked about that already. A little bit of a pause. Still, obviously, we'll break it down. That's one of those games though where it's like I see where the split decisions are coming from because this is an interesting matchup between two teams that match up.
We'll get deep. We'll get deeper into it.
Yeah. So that was one. But for the 3 that we all agreed upon, really smart group, I know, came in heavy on the Broncos. No shocker. To me, that's a game we'll dive into more, but that just made sense. As soon as that number came out, the look at it might have been +4. The fact that it shot all the way up to 9.5, I just knew that the pros would be on it. We already talked about it. The public is going to hammer the Chiefs. This is going to be the most 7-point teased game of the week. So no surprise there.
There's a very specific trend developing that I never actually thought of before that is coming to light this week that I do want us to get into when we talk about the Broncos, and I bet we'll talk about this other game too. But I'm sorry I cut you off.
One that's probably going to be in our big balls bet, the Chargers, little foreshadowing. The pros love that game. That's a game they're going to hammer all week. A little disappointed, split game this week, the Giants-Eagles. I thought they'd be all over that Giants number. I felt like that was a great number. That's a split game. I know a really smart group that came in heavy on the Eagles as soon as they touched 6.5. Well, it's still sitting there at a bunch of different books. It's sitting at 6.5. So interesting number this week, that Eagles-Giants game. And then the consensus last one for a game the pros love that Chad was actually on the other side of, or I don't even remember if you even picked a side on it, but Arizona. Really smart group came in heavy on Arizona. I don't know if I can do it. I really don't. Where it's like, it's just that Kingsbury effect of him in December, him at home, all the bad juju with Kyler. But I get exactly what these guys are talking about. The struggles of the Patriots versus these running quarterbacks and the fact that they are healthy. Marquez Brown is playing. I mean, Hopkins, since he's come back, has been incredible for that. So the fact that Kyler has both his receivers are coming off a bye. You expect Connors to be back, the running back. I get it. I get the love for Arizona. If me and Chad are going to make our 5 picks this week and play our 5, even if Chad was all in on Arizona, I just don't know if I could be talking to it, even though I do know a really smart group is in on it.